Hello everybody and welcome back to a brand new Gentech PC product showcase. Today we're going to be giving you a high-level look at the P35 update. It is a previously released model from Gigabyte, and this is the newest updated version where they've upgraded the graphics card and CPU. Since we have done a full coverage review on this model before, if you want to watch the unboxing or anything, just check out our previous video and we'll have a link to that in the description because all the unboxing is exactly the same. Other than that, we'll go forward with a high-level overlook of this model and give you all of the nice details. Okay, so getting started, what exactly is the Gigabyte P35? Well, the P35 model represents the staple into Gigabyte's 15-inch gaming laptop area. So this is their 15-inch model that represents the middle upper tier of gaming laptops. So it's going to give you enough performance to play any game that you want out there, but it's not going to be as fully loaded as some of the very, very expensive, like much thicker double video card, super high-end systems. However, one of the really amazing appeals of this laptop is its very, very thin form factor. So despite the idea that you are looking at an upper middle end gaming laptop, you're not going to be carrying around very much weight or dealing with a lot of bulk. Now speaking of weight, the best way to weigh in this system to see just how much value you're going to get for your money would be to go to our website and take a look at the product page where we have the full product specifications and the current pricing and availability. There you can easily compare and contrast it to other systems and find out if this is the one for you. Now getting back into our product demo, let's take a look at all the interfaces you have along the perimeter of the laptop. Starting with the left hand side, we have our Kingston lock port, an RJ45 for your local networking, two USB 2.0 ports, your headphone jack, microphone jack, and an SD card reader. Once you get over to the back side of the laptop, you have a nice clean LCD lid with the Gigabyte logo, and of course the dual exhaust vents for the heat to get out of the system. And now making it over to the right hand side, we have the DC power port for charging the laptop and running off of mains, a 15-pin VGA output, an HDMI output, two USB 3.0 ports, and a mini display port. Some of the other exterior components to take mind of is the LCD screen and the speaker system. The speaker system is a 2+1, so it has two regular speakers and a dedicated subwoofer. And the LCD screen is of course full high definition 1920 by 1080p, and it's LED backlit and it's matte type, so it's not glossy and it has no reflections. Here is a side shot of the laptop with some coins to show you perspective as far as scale. Now you can see just how thin this laptop is. Of course, in our main review we pointed out that that was one of the goals of this laptop, is to be very powerful but yet very thin. And you can see that coming in at almost the size of a coin, that is indeed a very thin gaming laptop. Now the other thing that's really going to matter to you when it comes to carrying around something all day long is not just the size, but also the weight. So here we have it on a scale, and you can see that the laptop is going to be under 5.5 pounds. And if you throw in the power brick and everything else, you can be walking around at just over 7 pounds of carrying weight. So yeah, you have the size to fit it inside of a nice thin bag, but then you also have the weight so that it's not going to break your arms to carry this around all day. Now it's time to demonstrate some of the nice features this laptop offers. It does come with a modular optical drive bay. So right out of the box you have the option to remove your optical drive and add in extra media for storage. So you can use any standard 2.5-inch drive, whether it's a mechanical disk like we have or a SSD. Remove your optical drive and add extra capacity to your laptop. So in this case it actually comes with a Blu-ray burner, so we'll remove that Blu-ray burner out of the system. And this is all done toolless, so it's very much intended for you to be able to do this quickly and easily, so you can swap back and forth and put the optical drive back in when you need it. And then we'll simply go ahead and slide in our disk drive. Lock it back into position when you're done and you're all set. Now it's time to cut to the chase and show you some gaming benchmark scores. Here is the NVIDIA GTX 870 mobile specs from GPU Z, and we've got the 3D Mark 11 results up here, a performance score of 7015. These scores were directly a result of the out-of-the-box hardware, so we're running the stock CPU, which is the i7 4010HQ, and the stock video card. Over on the other side we have all the thermal monitoring information, and you can see our maximum temperatures here, about 90 degrees Celsius on the CPU, and down on the video card about 87 degrees Celsius. So the video card and CPU temperatures stayed very well under control during the benchmark. So now it's time to move into one of our newer tests, and that's going to be the ambient noise test. Some laptops are of course very quiet and others are very loud, and videos hardly ever do justice to show you, which one is which, but at least we can make it one step closer to showing you by having an ambient noise meter here. Right now the system is just in this normal idle state, and you can see that right next to the exhaust for the system we're running about 25.5 decibels of sound. And now we're going to go ahead and kick off 3D Mark and put the system under load and get those system fans up and spinning and get the noise levels up. And now with the system under considerable load, you can see that we're looking at about 55 decibels of sound. One thing to keep in mind, of course, about this test is that we're giving you the worst case scenario. So we have the system under load and we have the noise meter right next to the exhaust of the system. Sitting in front of the laptop, your own ears would never pick up that same noise level. And now for the finalization of our product demo, we'll go ahead and do a minor disassembly of the unit to show you the internal hardware. So as you can see in the center of the bottom panel, you do have single screw access to the system memory, but you have a lot further disassembly to go. And if you want to get into actually see the internal optical drive and the other components that we're looking at now. So here's where we can get the optical drive in and out. Next to that we have our 2.5-inch system 1 terabyte drive, the internal battery. Here we have the micro SATA slots. You see that one is being used right now for an SSD, and the other one is free, leaving you a spot to put another micro SATA SSD. We have the dual fan cooling system, so one for the GPU, one for the CPU. You're seeing that we do have one open slot for the system memory to get upgraded. And you also will see next to the micro SATA SSDs that we do have the combo Bluetooth Wi-Fi adapter from Intel. So in closing, that was our short second look at the Gigabyte P35 update. We hope that you enjoyed the updated information and got to take a nice close look at the system. Of course, again, if you want to see more detail about the system, please visit our website where we have the full product specifications and current pricing and availability. Any other questions you might have that are not answered by the product page, you can of course go ahead and contact us by phone or email, and we'll always be happy to help you out with your questions. And we just want to remind you that once again, this was GentechPC, and we'll see you next time.